Rule 34 Artists of Reddit. What was it like on the first time you started drawing porn? Sometimes I see Rule 34 commissions my girlfriend is working on and I'm just really confused why somebody wants to have a drawing of that. It's a decent side income for her, and most people who commission art from her seem quite polite and reliable about paying compared to when she does other stuff like band logo commissions. They just request some really odd things. A giant robot fridge with a dick that comes out of the freezer compartment that's simultaneously screwing a furry skunk character and turning them into an ice cube was a pretty memorable why moment. You start with your own unique style, but kinda like the Skyrim stealth archer meme. You eventually and inevitably end up drawing for furries. Probably because that's where the money is. Furries will drop thousands in a costume. Imagine what else they spend their money on. Edit. Thanks guys for making my top-rated comment about furries. I'm honored. Paying for furry porn and Patreon is what keeps the world's economy stable. Still not enough to pay for therapy. Yep, all roads lead to the furry fandom. It was really embarrassing, lol. I had to put down my tablet pen and just contemplate every 5 minutes because I felt like an absolute fool. You staring at the zoomed-in picture of a dick you're drawing, realizing that you've just spent 20 minutes carefully detailing realistic veins on that schlong. What the F am I doing with my life? I often used porn as a reference for drawings because it's easy to find pictures of naked people of all sizes in every imaginable posture. So it wasn't that much of a leap. It was on Donbaru. You get a lot of likes and commissions. Easy money. But it gets old real quick. Don't know what people's deal is with tentacles. They always need more. I was inspired by Manara, who is a very fine artist. But he didn't only draw porn. You also start to understand things like why gynecologists aren't aroused by their work. I had no idea what I was doing and drew really terrible anatomy. It really helped me realize that even for my Nsfw works, perfecting a character's anatomy is very important to do before clothing them. Now it's just the same as if I was drawing anything else, except I'm mildy horny during the process. Edit. I don't post anything on Reddit or under this name, by the way. Just a heads up. It's a side hustle. I'm not a full-time artist or aspiring to be one. It's a hobby for me. But deadass furries put artists through college. It's a solid way to make money, but it's embarrassing. Hence why I don't tell anyone I do it, BC they judge me. The first time I was just kind of like, has it really come to this? But now it's just a convenient way to make money. Posting for myself. Since she does not use a Reddit. Pros, money is great. Nobody whines about paying an exposure. Most clients are polite. Cons, some requests make you hate human race. You can't even mention you are a female cause they will simp all over you. Some clients can be very picky about end products details. Don't ask. If I'm paying for porn, it better be amazing porn, just saying. Why wouldn't someone be picky about their porn if they're paying for it? I was in math class and I was bored. I was trying to draw the three-titted W from the cover of Flash Fearless versus the Zorg women, and suddenly I had new friends in driver's ed. Cue that scene from Superbad. I honestly can completely understand this even though I don't draw Rule 34. Drew a stickman with one leg too many, and large glasses that were not on the face. A true professional. Sick F. What was it like first? Well, I had to change my underwear a couple of times. Being able to draw exactly what you imagine is something that's hard to describe without trying it out. When I first started sharing my art online, I used to get somewhere between 0 and 10 likes on it. After switching to Nsfw, those numbers went to 100s and sometimes 1000s. I still haven't made any money out of this, but that's something I hope to be able to do in the future. It was the other day. Someone told me to do it, and it seems I always do what I'm told. Their suggestion and my talent yielded something the world should never have seen. Well, now I wanna see. Artists can't find the right porn to jerk off to? Makes one. Ooh yeah? Now if art wouldn't take time and motivation it'd be perfect. Fine. I'll do it myself. Bullshit. I can't beat off to my own porn. All I see are my struggles and mistakes. TLDR, it started as a desperate way to deal with my PTSD. Now it's a financially successful comic with over 140 pages. I started writing a porn comic as a way to deal with the near-death experience I went through. I had to be put into a medically induced coma for over a week because of a really bad upper respiratory infection. Not C, and I have PTSD from that. It is nightmarish to wake up in a hospital from a coma and have a whole building full of people basically do whatever they want with you and your body without even consulting you. At first, making porn was embarrassing, but my need to express what I had been through in a free way outweighed that embarrassment. In order for me to write the dialogue and plan out the plot, I had to access feelings and memories I was trying so hard not to connect with. Creating characters I could empathize with was difficult, but it was easier than empathizing with other people, because I had come to distrust other humans so deeply. A few months after I started making the comic and releasing it for free online, I found people were collecting it. They urged me to start a crowdfunding site, which became pretty successful. Now, 2 years later, multiple chapters of the comic have come out and it's the main source of income for the illustrator. I partner with AskReddit since people are asking. The name of the comic is Princess Claire, a royal endowment. Heads up though, if you don't like futa girls with huge dicks, you will not like this comic. Nsfw sample of the comic. Annoying. The first time you try to draw anatomy you've never done before, it's a pain in the Boobs are surprisingly hard to make look right. Then again, some people pull a Michelangelo and staple them on and it looks awful but no one notices. Edit. Well, now my top comment is my B about poorly drawn boobs on the internet. I should not be surprised. How do you staple a boob on? Till. I didn't need to know any of this. Just had to read it all. Can't unsee. I'm going down the rabbit hole right now. Should I venture deeper, ye wise master? I write instead of drawing. Though I do follow lots of Nsfw artists and spend a fair amount of time cursing their skill and my lack thereof. First time I decided to write a full hardcore story. I was on a work trip sitting idle in a hotel lobby while waiting for the next work thing to happen. While I had a lot of experience writing in general, most sex scenes were always gently wafting curtains. Turning off that filter and writing full on engorged cock and swollen tits was quite liberating. Otherwise, I was sitting at work, so it felt more or less like being a cheeky student writing swear words on the desk. Later, writing in private, the work was more inspiring. Once you've done it for a while, you start working off the craft a little more than off the urge. First story came out like dirty talk during sex. Lots of focus on using sexy words, overly gratuitous moaning noises, stuff like that. Stories nowadays go little more like dirty talk while having breakfast the next morning. Morality is relative. Commissions are horrid. In the furry community, I'd rather get COVID. The requests are disgusting. The outcome even more. I needed money, but now I can't take it anymore. Suspiciously wealthy furries are the backbone to Rule 34 society. Rule 34 artists of Reddit. I just want to say, thank you. I'd like to add, thank you for ruining shows from my childhood like Pokémon. Visions of dicks dancing in the head, while sugary pussies watered our mouths. I was pretty young, like 12yo or something, and I used to draw it when I was horny. That wasn't too often though, but it was interesting, weird and confusing. I didn't figure out myself yet. Lol. It took me years to notice I like to draw Nsfw for its artistic and narrative value, aside from titillating other people. And nowadays I'm trying to grow an Nsfw Twitter account and see where it leads me to. Sadly, I haven't got tons of money from it. Just a few commissions.